Create power with circular momentum. This works with all clubs. All right, golfers, let's get into that now.
Jess Frank's got the tips to save your day.
All right, golfers, I want to read something to you, and I have it on my phone here. I want to get it right. And this is power is a second fundamental in stack and tilt. So power is angular momentum produced by the body through the summation of additive arcs of its body segments, which is transferred to the club in an efficient manner. And I know that sounds kind of complicated, so I'm going to simplify it for you right now. Okay, golfers, so additive arcs to create power, and that's what we're trying to do here through circular momentum, or it could be called angular momentum. I like circular, it's easier. So what we're going to do is a couple things. Number one, we're going to understand that we're playing golf from the side of the ball. Number two, we're going to play golf with angled clubs. Number three, we're swinging in an arc or a circle. And so when I swing the club back, my hands move in on an arc, my shoulders move in a circle, my hips and knees start to move. Okay, my hands work around my body. So now at P4, I've got a ton of depth to my hands and arms. My left shoulder's across my chest or across my shoulders. Now on the way down, as I move my weight forward, that club head, as I come down now, is so far behind me, and that's creating circular momentum. So as I come down now, the club head is behind my hands, into the back of the ball, and then back around on the front side of the arc. So those are all additive arcs around your body. So what happens is that if I start from the ground up to create power, my feet are turned out, my knees are turned out, my hips are turned out. So if I move my hips, okay, if I turn my hips, if I change flex in my knees, you can see how my shoulders and my chest move around in a circle, okay? So that is a big part of creating power. So from here now, as I create circular momentum, now my arms start to move in an arc, okay? My shoulders and arms start to move around me. As I'm letting my knees chain flex and my hips move, now I can move my shoulders in over 90 degrees to the target. So these are all those golfers out there looking for extra power. This is how you do it, okay? This is the correct way to do it. Not when people are telling you, shift your weight to the right, load up, because you can't hit the ball solid that way. And hitting the ball solid is a huge part of hitting it far, right? And having the right swing path. That's another thing, having the right face angle. So when you shift your weight to the right and you keep that trail leg flexed, your hips can't move, you can't turn your body, you become kind of like in a way, see my shoulders only move to here, right? So it's like, I'd say 60 degrees of turn. Where I would go, if I use the additive arcs of my knees changing flex, my hips moving, the arcing motion of my shoulders and arms and club around my body, now I've created the most turn, definitely 90 degrees, maybe even a little further. And then from here, as I come down, the circular momentum, okay, allows that the club stays behind my body, swings into the back of the ball, and comes back all the way around on the front side of the arc. So again, if you want to create power, it doesn't matter what club you're using. It could be a hybrid, could be a 7-iron, could be a wedge, could be a driver. This is something you can do. So all right, so let's try that. Let's add the additive arcs. Let's move that club around our body and let's hit one out there. Oh, can't hit it any better than that. So that's a 7-iron. I would say that went right about 170 yards for me right there. So that was really solid. And that is how you create circular momentum and hit the ball far and high and solid, and creating the 3 fundamentals that lead you to better scores, and keep it really simple. So we'll take it down the line and go from there. All right, golfers, so creating circular momentum to create power, right? And the 2 key words that I always like to think of is efficient manner of creating power, right? So how do we do it efficiently without hurting ourselves, okay? And this is why I love doing these drills, because I know it works because I see it out here when I teach lessons every day and online as well. So I do, you know, a lot of online coaching across the world, and that is something that I see a lot of. So here we go. So to create circular momentum, the first things we're going to do is we're going to turn the feet out, turn the knees out, and we're going to allow the knees to change flex. So the knees changing flex is an additive arc. The hip turning back is an additive arc. The shoulders and arms working around our body are additive arcs. My right arm folding, trail arm folding is an additive arc. My left arm going across my shoulders is an additive arc, okay? So from here now, I can create circular momentum because as my club comes down, you can see where the shaft is here. So the club head is far behind my body, okay? So many golfers that I watch, they come down and they come over the top. Okay, the club head gets really close to the ball, they back their weight up, swing to the left, and again, they're in trouble, right? So here we go. So circular momentum is created by adding the additive arcs, the knees change flex, okay? The hips turn back, the shoulders turn a circle, that turns the chest away from the target. Now I have the most depth here in my hands and arms. If you look at Rory McIlroy or Bryson DeChambeau, very similar. And as I come down, bringing the club down, now the club head is behind my hands, back into the back of the ball, kind of like a field goal kicker now, right? So the field goal kicker wouldn't go straight on. Well, back in the day, they used to go straight on and kick it 35 yards. Now they come from the side and they kick it 65 yards, right? So this is the same thing we're doing in golf. Back here, back around, there's the club head from the side, back in the back of the ball, and back around on the front side. So we're using both sides of the arc to create circular momentum. And this is something that a lot of golfers don't understand. And this is an efficient way to create power. And remember that in golf, that's why when you go watch the PGA Tour, LPGA Tour, when they go play, they're not drained after they play 18 holes of golf because they're using the most efficient way to hit a golf ball. And this system here is a way to do it. So we'll do that again. So feeling that my knees, so starting from the ground up, because we're playing to the side of the ball, playing with angled clubs, right? Ball's on the ground. Okay, we're swinging on an arc. So feet turned out, knees turned out, hips moving in a circle, shoulders moving in a circle, arms around me. As I come back down, you can see that club now in a good spot. So there's my hitting downward, outward, and forward, and back around and through. So we'll go ahead and hit one there, adding the additive arcs, along with circular momentum. Okay, touched thin, but it went pretty far. So we'll try that again. So here we go, additive arcs all the way around. There we go. That's about as good as I can hit it right there. So that's going to go again. That's about 175 yards right there in the air with a 7-iron. Again, this works for all clubs, not only the driver, works for the hybrids, the fairway woods, the irons, the wedges, anything you want to max out your distance with, right? So it's something that, you know, is common, and here I'm able to do this pretty regularly, right? I don't hit a lot of balls, I don't practice a lot, but I understand that for me, I have to move that in an arc around my body, coming back down, moving this around, and back through the ball. So here we go. Yes, there we go again. So another good shot. So using circular momentum to create the most power in the most efficient manner is the way I would hope you're able to do that as well. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Hello golfers, so I've got an unbelievable opportunity for you. You can now work with me from anywhere in the world. I have my new Swing Mastery online golf lesson program. Really simple to do. You send me your swings, I send you customized lessons back, I can send you customized drills depending on what you need to work on with your game. It's an awesome way to work with me personally, one-on-one, if you can't make it here to Deer Creek Golf Club, and I hope you join. Hit the link in the description below, and I look forward to helping you. All right, golfers, so create power in the most efficient manner with circular momentum. I know you're gonna love this video, so please subscribe, please like, please share it out with your friends, and please leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing out there, and I look forward to seeing you soon.